hoping that we can get famous. Please like and subscribe.
Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Dudan Nichalava. Another week, another video, and today it's amazing, and I know for sure you guys will really enjoy. First, I want to give my guests a chance to introduce themselves, then we continue from there. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
You can introduce yourself.
My name is Sarah or Beko, and this is my husband, McKinley, Ryan. So most of the people know me as Beko, but my official name is Sarah McKinley. Thank you.
My name is Ryan, as you mentioned. I'm the husband. Mostly, not many people know me, but whoever knows me as Baba Liana. Yeah, and we are here, and we are glad that we are doing this video, and we hope we can share some insight into the questions that are going to be asked.
Thank you guys for coming today and for accepting to be my guest. Actually, today it's special because I have never done an interview with two people. You're the first one.
Wow.
Especially with a couple. So guys, this shows that that this show is growing. Yeah, so karibuni sana. So guys, today our topic is very interesting, and we want to hear how interracial dating and marriages is. So, and the best thing is that we will hear this from people who have dated, who are married, who already have kids. So they have a good experience, and I'm sure we will learn a lot from them. So was it a plan you had from the beginning that at the end of the day, when I'll get to this age, I'll like to get married to someone outside here, or how was it? It just happened.
It just happened.
This is our story. It's quite a long story actually, but to make it short, it was hate at first sight. You want to elaborate a little bit more?
I didn't plan for this. I never thought actually that I will get married outside the country. It just happened because I happened to be working in Dubai, and that's where I met him.
Wow.
And at that time, to be specific, he's Indian, and I hated Indians with passion. So it's something that I really didn't plan, and it never occurred in my head. And even when we started dating, or rather when we started becoming friends, it's just something that I never expected to happen, because at first sight we hated each other.
What?
Yes.
We hated each
We never even wanted to be in sight with each other.
You used to work together?
Yes.
We used to work together, and I used to never like her because I used to have assumptions based on skin color. I'll be very honest. I was a bit racist, you can say. But they say never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
So it started off that way. But what happened is over the course of time, a couple of months, we realized that we had some kind of attraction. And I kind of introspected, and I realized what I was doing was bad. So I apologized to her once, one day, and I said, let's start over as friends, and let's get to know each other. And we realized that both of us had the same interests, the same thought process, the same goals, and the same passion for life, and the same. That's where we connected, when we put all the stereotypes aside, and we learned each other internally, individually as a person. So that's how it.
Wow. That's interesting, because I understood at first it was like I don't know whether to call it hate from both sides. When it became to something else to love, was it at the same time from both sides, or how was it?
It was the only reason why we could talk to each other is because we shared one common friend. Her name is Priya. Priya used to be my friend, and at the same time she used to be Ryan's friend. So I remember there was a time that they had a difference. They had some differences, and he had to send me to Priya to get some of her things to her because they were not in talking terms. And this is how we started talking.
Wow.
And that's how even when we started talking and we exchanged numbers, and we just decided, because at that time he was going through some things in his life, and also I had gone through some things in my life which I was not ready to settle. I didn't want a relationship. So it's like we just wanted to be there for each other as friends. But as time went by, we actually used to make it very clear to each other that
You're just friends.
we are just friends and nothing else. And we used to make it clear to each other every time we would meet. Like no anything attached, no feelings attached. We are just friends. We just want to be there for each other as friends. But you know, God has many ways of getting into people. In that process, we started getting friends and we started getting concerned. And in some time, we realized that we were getting too close, that every time we wanted to have, like, we would have free time, we would spend it with each other. We would like do things together, like watch movies and you know, all the things we have to do during our free time. We could just look for each other and just spend the time together. And that's how it started.
And we used to go on vacation, as in she used to come back to Nairobi, I used to go back to Bombay. But we realized that we used to miss each other a lot.
During vacation.
Yes.
Wow.
So I think we both got ourselves into the same, like, he started developing a like, and I started developing a like. Because I remember one day I gave him a call when I was at work, and he was at in the accommodation where we used to stay, and he asked me, Sala, are you developing some feelings for me? And I just felt something that passed in my stomach, and I was like, what is that? What did I just, you know, like deep down in me, I knew something was coming, but I just didn't want to accept it. And immediately I just responded to him, and, you know, like I defended myself.
What she's talking about is there was a day which she was talking about where I asked her this question, and she did reply to me immediately. You know, the awkward silence that you get for like around 10-15 seconds when neither
10-15 seconds.
Yes, neither of
Those
the
are
two of
very
you.
few.
Yeah, there are few, but the
It
person
like-
from the other side will gather.
It's like,
will
it's
get
like
to
an
know
hour.
Yes.
why did she hesitate to
Yeah.
get
Yes.
back. But
So-
immediately now, after the 10 seconds, I get back to him, and with so much defense, and I'm like, what do you think of me? You know,
I
like
knew-
I'm trying to defend myself.
I knew she was just trying to cover up. So I knew that there were some feelings over there, and I had some feelings too as well. Because for a guy, I mean, for me, I'm not going to say for a guy and generalize, but for me, to pose that question to her and ask her, are you starting to have feelings for me? It meant that I also kind of wanted it to happen, and I was also developing feelings for her.
And did you plan to do it through the phone, or it just came?
Actually, I think it was a test for him, because when he asked me and I hesitated, and then I answered back defending myself so much, he also defended himself after that. After now, I was like, what? Me
like
and you?
both
Oh,
of
come
you,
on,
no one
you know.
was
At the
leading
end
to
of
herself.
now, he said, oh, relax. I was just joking, you know.
How did you feel when he said that he was just joking?
In fact, I didn't concentrate so much on when he said he didn't. I concentrated on what was that thing that I felt
Yeah.
in my stomach when he asked me that question. That is what now worried me that time, because I was like, what did I just feel? What's that?
And after that, how did you come to a point that you are like, now both of you accepted?
With time, as we
There
continued,
were a lot of circumstances. One of which being a medical emergency, which I remember it was in 2008 or 2009.
2009.
She had to be admitted into a hospital in Dubai, and it was something that had attacked her in the middle of the night. It was around 2 a.m. and she was in tremendous pain. And with the help of my colleague and friends, basically, who were staying with me, we had rushed her to the hospital in Dubai. And that is when I decided that this is not a joke, and I really had feelings for her, and I was scared, you know. So I was by her side, and she was okay. But that moment made me realize that I love this woman very much, and she is the one that I will marry.
Oh,
So,
did you talk to her there in the hospital, or you waited for her first to recover?
I waited for her to recover. I wanted her to get better and to shower her and pamper her with love.
but
and
for
show her
me,
that-
I already knew, because on
Yeah.
that process of the days that I was in hospital, there was that concern and extra, you know, like you would judge by the way
Yeah.
that someone is responding to you. You would judge where they are.
You can't hide love.
Yes.
It's hard to hide. So, like,
So-
when he came out, what was the reaction? Did you defend yourself for the second
I didn't
time?
No,
defend
I
myself
think-
because I
I
think
think
I
we
was
were
now
already in a
already
relationship,
in
and
that.
we were together, and we had both accepted and agreed that we had feelings for each other, and that we were in love. So,
Oh.
so
So it just came.
all a
just
sequence of
embraced it.
events. It's all moments in our life which led us to now me proposing to her and asking her if she will marry me.
How was the reaction?
It was at
It
35,000
was
feet.
it was weird for me. No, let me not say weird. What word can I use? It was a shock for me because the thing is, this particular time we had a vacation. We used to go for a vacation for a whole month. So he would go to India and I would come to Kenya. But this particular time, we decided that we are going to share the vacation. We are going to do 15 days in India,
And
15 days in Kenya.
Remember, we are just starting today. We just started to date. So now it's like we are coming to introduce our families to this new relationship, and you do
With the
not even know
commitment.
how they will handle
The,
it.
the reaction of the
To
family
be honest,
members.
you know, it's like also our parents or where we come from, maybe they have expectations, they have not thought out of the box.
Yeah.
So we were on our way to India, and I think we were on Air India. And there was one hostess who was working, and he talked to the hostess, and he wanted to propose to me, and he wanted the hostess to bring the glass of wine with the ring to me when we are seated, and I didn't know about it.
I had bought her an engagement ring, and it was a surprise. So I thought, why not just do it on the plane and give her a surprise?
That was so
So I gave the
sweet.
ring to the hostess. She bought a glass of champagne, in fact, two. And we were sitting there in the flight, and she was offered champagne, and she thought it was something complimentary from the airline or something. Little did she know that the ring was inside the glass.
But you didn't swallow it.
No, I did. Actually, I didn't know. I was just about to sip the champagne, and he just said, "What's that in your glass?" And when I looked, I saw the ring,
And I was down on one knee already.
and he was down on his knee. And I'm thinking, this guy, he has guts. How does he just propose to me? And I've not even met his family. He's not even met my family. Like I saw guts in him, and I was like, oh.
How was the reaction of other people?
I think
They
nobody
were happy.
They were
we
excited
used to
and
get
cheering.
these weird comments like in Dubai whenever we are walking in the mall,
Yeah.
or even with some of the people that we used to work with, they would make
Friends.
funny comments, and they would say, "Oh, this one, an Indian and a Kenyan." Oh,
Yeah,
they won't
these
go
guys
far.
will
They are
not,
just fooling,
Yeah.
Especially, I think for Kenyans, there is just that
mentality.
perception of
Yes.
or mentality of
Yeah.
Indians.
Yes.
They are bossy or something
Yes.
like that.
So, so we just used to brush it off, and we just, we know what we are up to, and we know what we are doing. So at this particular moment, you see, in the plane also, there are different people
Yeah.
from different places. So people just clapped and congratulated us, and
And we were on our journey. We were flying to India.
Wow. How was your trip to India? Your vacation there? Being in a new culture, new place.
it was different. But I was busy enjoying, like maybe probably I would say to see a different site and
Yeah.
a different place, and especially tasting I had tasted some meals, Indian cuisine,
Yeah.
because I was in Dubai. But you see now this one, there's nothing like that originality of getting food from that kibanda guy,
Yeah.
who is making it from there, and those small things that you see frying on the road and all those things.
Not
So,
like Dubai, you have to go in a restaurant.
yes, and sit in a
Yeah.
dining, a fine dining, and eat. So yeah, it was a good experience.
How was the parents and family's reaction from media?
They were a little shocked. They didn't
You can
expect it.
you can be honest. Just like me, my parents initially found it difficult because when you talk about India and Indians, there's a lot of tradition and culture that is involved in society, and what society thinks is very important to people.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of hesitation, but my parents were a little open-minded, but still a little conservative. You understand? But when I made it clear to them that this was not a joke, and I was not fooling around, and that I was seriously in love with this girl, and I wanted to be with her.
You had already made a decision.
I had already made a decision, and they had to accept it, because this is, I mean, what I told my parents was, I am marrying her, and if it works out, you have to be happy for us. If it doesn't work out, I'm not going to blame anybody else, because it is a decision that I have taken on my own. So I was that's what I explained to them, and was hoping that they would understand. And my father was a little bit easier and more understanding and more accepting than my mother, because of course now mother's boy, the mama always has to defend her son. Difficult to give away, you understand. So it was tough, but we didn't have many hurdles to pass through to convince my parents, because they are not the typical
They are not Hindu.
they are not typical
They are Catholics.
the Catholics.
What?
Also,
Actually, I was to ask that.
yes, yes.
That's
Because you
another
see, for Hindu, they are too much into
tradition
tradition.
and caste
and,
and
and all those.
but for my mom and dad, they are also married into a love marriage. My father chased my mother for around 3 years, and she eventually said yes to him. And you see, so
Very good,
so
yes.
yeah, so they have nothing to say, because I did the same thing.
Yeah, wow, that's nice. Because I was to ask that about the church being a Christian, but if your parents they are Catholics, that made it easier.
It made it easier, yes, for sure.
And how was the reaction of the Kenyan family?
Well, that is a question for me now.
Yeah, maybe maybe he would be in a better position to explain how
The reaction.
Yes.
The reaction when I came to Kenya was one of a feeling of being invited back home. It was a homecoming.
Wow.
It was an immediate show of love. Her family is absolutely amazing, in the sense they come from a family of 4 sisters and 2 brothers, 6 children. But my wife's parents have done such a great job of raising up their kids that they don't have animosity. They are very together, and they are very accepting, and very open-minded. And what I can tell you is, I really did not see any difference in their eyes, the way they were looking at me. When it came to my skin color, or that I'm Indian or whatever, they just accepted me open-heartedly. And when I went to visit her parents, I felt I got that same love from.
You felt at home.
Much more. So it was very, very very warming for me, and I fell in love with this country only because of my wife and their family.
Wow. And that's how you decided to settle here.
And really, my assumption of Kenyans is the assumption is the portrait of what now her parents and her family has shown to me. So that is how I view Kenyans in general. Very welcoming and accepting people.
That's amazing. That's good to hear about Kenya. And after that, did you go back to Dubai, or you settled here?
We got married in Dubai.
So after visiting India, then coming back to Kenya,
yes.
you went back?
Yes,
we
went back
we worked
because
for
we were still
we were
working.
still working.
Oh.
In the following year, we got married in Dubai. We had a small wedding.
Family members, were they able to join you?
Family, yes.
His family members were able to come. The mom, the dad, my father-in-law and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law were able to come. But from my family, I had one of my brother who was in Dubai at that particular time. So he was, I was planning to do the wedding here, but at that particular time, I actually was pregnant with my daughter.
Oh.